AP Statistics, this is example 5 in Unit 2, Magic. Okay, residual plots. So this video is just designed to give you an idea of what you can expect to see when a residual plot shows you that a linear model is a good fit for the data. So let's say I've got a residual plot that looks like this. Okay, there's not really any form here. There's no parabola, there's no line, nothing like that. Another good example of a linear model that would be a good fit, something like that. So it can be not very scattered and still be random, or it can be a big cloud of points like this. So these are residuals for which the linear model is a good fit for the data. Now, something you have to keep in mind, don't get the residual plot mixed up with the scatter plot, because your residual plot, we want to have no form, indicating that the linear model is a good fit for the data. So in a scatter plot, we want to see a pattern of a linear pattern, okay? But we don't want to see that in a residual. So if I were looking at either of these residuals, my response would be that the linear model is a good fit for the data because the residual plot is randomly scattered and has no form. We don't want it to have a form or a pattern, so you can always add that too. So no form or pattern. That's what we want. Okay, so if you see a residual for which your linear model is not a good fit for the data, what would that look like? Well, that might look something like this. Okay, see how that's got a curve to it? And it can be very obviously a curve like that, or it could just be something like this. Okay, anything that shows me a pattern of any kind is not going to work. Okay, so neither of these are good examples. This is also not a good example. Okay, we want our scatter plot to be linear. We don't want our residual plot to be linear. So both of these indicate that a linear model may not be the best fit for my data because the residuals show a pattern. So in answering that, in talking about that and interpreting that, I'm going to say something like, the linear model may not be a good fit for the data since the residual shows a form or pattern. That is how you can tell from the residual.